Could you tell me about your work with Bill Hanna?
Well, I mean, he was one of my key clients ever. He was a wonderful gentleman, and he had properties in Texas and California and Missouri and I don't know where all else. And anyhow, in Lago Vista, he specifically had a complex called the Sky Room. The Sky Room at Lago Vista overlooking Lake Travis.
I remember the Sky Room. I remember the Sky Room.
And he was a creditor in a very complicated bankruptcy over in Houston, and so I represented him in that in those proceedings. I don't know if you remember the name of the company that went bankrupt, but he had lent him something like $1 million or something, a couple $1 million, I guess. And it was a big complicated mess. And then he was one of the developers for the Branson Music Festival in Springfield, Missouri. And there were some contract issues with Texas companies I helped him on that with, and he was interested in helicopters and airplanes. I mean, I guess that's kind of what made him famous, isn't it? He's interested in helicopters and airplanes, the Jetsons and the Flintstones.
Right. I mean, he was part of Hanna-Barbara.
He was William Hanna. Yes, he was.
He was William Hanna of Hanna-Barbara, and I remember going to the Sky Room and watching, what was it called, Dr. Strangelove. I watched Dr. Strangelove. I remember it very clearly, a memory watching Dr. Strangelove.
I don't remember that, but what a wonderful memory. That's awesome. He was a gentleman. He was a great gentleman. I loved him.
I remember it so clearly. It was the airplane scene where he says 5 packs of chewing gum, 1 combination Russian Bible and phrase book.
That was Slim Pickens. Yeah.
That was Slim Pickens. But how did he know how the train system used to work in Dallas? Was he from Texas originally?
No, he definitely wasn't. I believe he was from California originally. I mean, I'd have to. I don't know where he was born actually. I really don't. I mean, he's of Irish descent, and I don't know where he's from. I really don't. If I ever knew, I've forgotten. But he was just such a wonderful gentleman. There are very few people like him.
I remember him very well. He was a really nice guy. He was a really nice guy.
He was a pilot. He was a pilot in his own right, and he had flown in World War II. And
I remember I had a pilot simulator 95, 97.
Yep. I remember that too.
And I remember one of your clients commented about it and said that, that wasn't like the planes I used to fly.
I'm pretty sure that was Bill Hanna.
That's remarkable.
I remember him talking about the flight simulator too.
But I'm looking at a photo, and he looks very familiar, even though it's a photo from 1977.
Sure.
Yeah.
I didn't know him back then. That was before my time. Not before my time, but I was here. I was at Tulane University in New Orleans in 1977.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I remember meeting him. I really remember him. Why? What was the first time you met him? What did he say?
He had a niece or something who lived in Lago Vista, and she ran a travel agency, and I think it was actually. Do you remember when we went to Disneyland the first time when you were like 5?
I think it was 1977 or 1997. Sorry.
Yeah. 1997. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. 1977. You were not quite here at all.
No, I wasn't.
But
Yeah.
I think it was around that time that I met him, I believe, because I think I wanted to meet him in L.A., but his niece's name was Chris, and Chris Cowan, and she said, "No, wait till he comes here. He's too busy out in L.A." And so I did, and she said he's got a property here, and it's got a lot of problems. And I'm pretty sure that was when I first met him, was in 1997. I don't think I knew him before then.
Yeah.
But it was through his niece Chris that met him. I don't know if you ever do you remember Chris Travels?
No.
She had. Okay, well, they were the ones who got me this nice package deal to Disneyland that time.
Well, that was a very nice. I remember it.
Oh, Charlie. Yeah.
Or was it Lago Vista Christopher Travels?
Is it still there?
I think so.
Does it still exist? I thought it had sort of gone out of existence because of the internet or something. Nobody needed travel agencies anymore.
Well, maybe they just have a profile online.
Well, she wasn't that old, so she could still be in business if she's in business.
Yeah.
Anywho, it's so nice to be a big fat raccoon.
Yep. Well, that was an interesting story about Bill Hanna.
I could probably think of more. Oh, well, I mean, I could probably think of more if I really worked at it, but...
Well, another time. It's all right.
It's just all...
It's recorded for posterity's sake.
Or in posterity, as the case may be.
Fair enough.